Hey guys, Koisar here, and welcome back to another video. Now today, I'm bringing you a little guide from the pits of my bedroom, and we are going to be calling it, well actually, we have no name for it. It's going to be like a little stoner tips. You know, there's a lot of people getting into cannabis culture that have asked me, you know, some questions, and I just thought, hey, you know what, this would be a great idea, make a video about it. People want to learn about stuff, why not make a video about it? I don't actually know right now what I'm going to have in the background. I'm probably just going to throw up some Black Ops 3. Not entirely sure though. But anyways, let's get started here. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is not getting ripped off, right? So when I say not getting ripped off, I'm going to be talking about two things here. I'm going to be talking about glass and weed, right? So I'm going to start off with weed here. When you're buying weed, and you appear to be new into cannabis culture. First off, don't tell them that you're new into cannabis culture, because they're gonna give you the shittiest fucking weed they can give you, okay? So just keep that in mind. But no, when you're going to buy the weed, I'm going to assume that you are at the person's house, because that just seems normal or appropriate. Maybe they're at your house. I don't fucking know. Either or works, but as long as you're in an environment where you can, you know, take a look at the weed, right? So, first thing you're gonna do, smell the weed, okay? Don't take it out of the fucking bag and push your nose right up against it. That's fucking gross as shit. Just sniff it. Just fucking sniff it. Just like, does it smell dank? Okay, you know what I mean? Like, does it fucking smell dank? If it don't smell dank, probably not that great. There are some weeds, or strains, that, some weeds. There are some strains that don't have a pungent odor, but most good strains are going to have a pungent odor. You don't want weed that is entirely brown, however, you do want a good amount of little brown threads on the weed. I'll put a screenshot or a picture up of what some good weed looks like here, but you do want some of those. However, you don't want too many and you don't want too little, because that, if there's too many, it means the plant grew for too long and it missed the peak, and if there's too little, it means it also missed the peak because it was pulled too early, it snipped. But I mean, yeah, that's that. You also want to make sure there's a good amount of trichomes on the marijuana, right? So if there's not many trichomes, it's not going to be that great. The trichomes are those little glassy, crystally things that form on the marijuana, if you weren't aware. I'm not going to be getting into different strains because chances are you don't really care about sativa indica and blends, and most people aren't going to be labeling the weed they're selling unless you're getting it from a dispensary. Now we're moving on to glass, right? So glass is it's a thing that everybody wants. You know what I mean? You go to the fucking head shop, you see all these cool ass bongs, you see all these bubblers and pipes, and you want one, right? It's just there's something about it that's different from smoking a joint, smoking a blunt, you know, hitting a fucking apple pipe. You know what I mean? There's something different about it. A rule of thumb is when you're buying your first piece of glass, don't go out and get a fucking giant bong. I mean, if that's what you want, I ain't gonna stop you, but I would really recommend just picking up a bowl. You know what? Just easing yourself into it. Don't jump in head first. Tip the tippy toe. Tip the tippy toe. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so just ease yourself into it. Get a bowl. You don't want to be paying really more than like $30-ish for this bowl, because chances are you're going to be buying a bowl that was made in a factory and it's going to be mass-produced piece of shit. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not going to look cool, but it's not like a one-of-a-kind piece of art, da-di-da-di-da. I'm not too into the one-of-a-kind, like handmade, indie, fucking shit like that, but just keep that in mind. You shouldn't really be paying more than $30 for a bowl. I mean, eventually you're going to want to step it up to a bong. Yeah, you may not, actually. You may never want a bong. But if you do, bong prices, I don't know. I've seen bongs for $20. I'd say anywhere within the $40 to $100 range, depending on the quality of the bong and depending on the brand. Diamond Glass is really good. I recommend Diamond Glass. I'm not sponsored. Hey, if you want to fucking hook me up, Diamond Glass, I'm waving my dick around here for you. And last off here, I got one more point actually, before we're going to close off the video. Things to do while high. Now, this is really subjective. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want while you're high. But these are just some things I enjoy doing while I'm high. These may not carry over to you necessarily, because everybody has different responses to THC in their body. Personally, when I'm high, I like to take pictures. I love photography, and outside of when I'm high, it makes taking pictures so much more enjoyable, and it gives you a whole new perspective on things, so to speak. So it's just really, I don't know, it's almost eye-opening. There's so much interesting stuff you never would have realized when you weren't high. Another thing, probably pretty self-explanatory, playing video games. Playing video games is always fun. You can just chill out, kick back. Sometimes I just like to watch YouTube videos too. That also works. I also like to hike. I like to hike usually sober, but when you're high, hiking, it just, I don't know. You can really just take in the nature. You can really just chill out, be at peace with yourself, and just have a good time. You know what I mean? It's one of the most amazing experiences you can probably have. You know, and I get if you live in a really urban environment. I do too. It's a 2-hour drive to get to a nice place to hike. But, you know, honestly, I would really try it. If you have a park nearby, if you have anywhere where there's just some nice nature, I'd take a look at it. But anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you did. I'll see y'all next time.